This is incredible, right?
We follow you on Instagram, and I followed your journey to get here, and
Yes.
it was a journey.
I had a hard time, you guys.
So what
What
happened?
happened?
I was in Rochester vacationing because this time of year is
beautiful time of year.
Yeah.
The rain is so warm, and I usually just work myself from Buffalo, but my flight got canceled 2 days ago. I know. Again, I have a hard time. So I asked the driver, I said, can you take me to Manhattan from Rochester? It's 1,000 miles away. And he laughed and laughed and laughed and hung up the phone. And they said, we can put you on a flight tomorrow morning. And I said, I'm going. And I called an Uber, and the guy, I said, can you take me to Manhattan? And he was like, oh yeah. And
Thrilled, right?
You Ubered.
We Ubered from
Rochester
yes,
to New York City.
Yes, this amazing guy named John Costello. Okay, so it's Victory at Sea there.
Yeah, but at least you had a beautiful drive. Look at how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's
the scenery.
You know, the backs of semis are underappreciated.
And he pointed out the sites. That's nice.
And he's like 26. He's a
There
father.
he
There he is, father of two. Made it. He hadn't been to New York in 20 years.
Look at you, making dreams.
You go through these little towns and the speed limit drops. We couldn't see a thing, and he got pulled over. He was going like 9 over in a 55.
Oh no!
And then the officer was there, and he was giving him his ticket, and the guy goes, "Don't you he pointed to me. He's like, "Don't you recognize this guy?" And the guy was like, "No." And he's like, have you seen the soup? Mm-mm. Have you seen Ryan Seacrest's stand-in? No. And he was like, Community? Nope. And I was like, did you see Ted? I played a jerk in that. And he was like, oh yeah. And here's your ticket. So
how much did it cost, this journey on
$561?
Oh well,
and which, when you think about
it, Gelman will take care everywhere.
Of that. Yeah. Well, I mean, to just get someone to drive you somewhere, that I feel like that's not a bad.
It's not a bad price considering all of the hours you occupied of his time, and he still had to go back.
Yeah. And then he drove all the way back, and I think he and I should do a buddy cop movie.
I like it.
Called Uber Cops. It would be great.
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea. It's going on MySpace right now.